Some other news that came, which, and this is something that I dealt with as well, but it happened at San Fernando Hospital years ago. And now we're seeing some pictures circulating of a number of discarded needles that have been found in their Mount Hope blood samples. It would seem, yes, people are seeing blood samples and stuff and needles, etc. Just scattered. From what I saw, it could be in the thousands. It could be in the thousands. Not, I would say probably, let's say safely, 2,000 or so. It could be less, but it's a lot. I'm just giving a ballpark figure from the clumps that I'm seeing. My question is this. If, and I've made this point before, because we know right and wrong, you know. Yeah, we do. But we just have this philosophy in our mind that because this is sweet Trinidad and Tobago, that we could do whatever we want and get away with it. We have some sort of legal binding agreement with the right and wrong, so that we could walk up to right and wrong and say, hey, could I do wrong today and I'll do right tomorrow? That's all right, just sign here and all is well and move right on. That's all we think. As though we have some special pass with morality, that we can do what we want, when we want, and get away with it. Because, and it will be touched on our next segment, we will go to the United States of America, any state, just leave our shores, and we will not do the nonsense that we do down in Trinidad and Tobago. We want to know. Because we respect the laws across there. We respect the laws enshrined in the Constitution of the great United States of America. But we don't respect the laws of Trinidad and Tobago. So you're right. This is sweet Trinidad and Tobago. But sometimes I wonder if we're trying to make it sweet like diabetes, which is not a good thing. So, not sure who did it. We don't have all the facts. The hospital have to respond, of course. I'm sure they will do so via a press release, as the case may be. May have been distributed. We don't know. But the bottom line is this. Stop saying that it's sweet TNT, and we're treating it as if it's sour grapes. Or as if we have sour grapes, I should say. Because this is not the first incident I've seen of needles being tossed. It happened in San Fernando a couple of times. It happened in the vicinity of Port of Spain already, and the list goes on and on and on. Here's a deeper issue. How do we feel about Trinidad and Tobago? If our country, if our land is not smiling, then it's also going to affect the people, because it's hard to smile when you're surrounded by such filth. And I'm not just talking about actual physical filth, but mental and spiritual filth as well. But that's a whole other story for a whole other day. So, and the last thing I want to touch on is a story in today's Newsday. Let's get the clip up, guys. Cops can't catch killers. Murder detection rate declines sharply. Of course, you can link this back to the police officer that was killed. So what is the solution? Coming up very soon, they'll be having a Billion Soul Conference in Trinidad and Tobago to try, as they say, win 1 billion souls. And we keep talking about praying for our nation. And I was at a meeting last week actually, and something very profound was said by Reverend Hazrat Ali. And I liked what he said. He said, somebody approached him and asked him, all this praying for the nation, what's happening? Where's the breakthrough? And I love this response. He said, well, just imagine if we weren't praying. Let me say it again. Someone very daunted by what's happening in TNT and is expected, very daunted. And the person said, all this praying we're doing, what's happening? And he said, what if we weren't praying? So the solution is Trinidad and Tobago. We cannot stop praying. What I would say, though, my concern is not so much how much times we pray, or in terms of the number of times we pray, but how we pray. I think we need to change our strategy in how we pray and how deep we go into prayer. and also analyzing, even more important so, our own personal lives. Because if your life is not connected to God and you are doing the wrong things, you could pray for 10 hours daily. It ain't going to make a difference. It's not going to make a dent because your life ain't right. So these are things we need to look at. If we're praying for the nation, we're coming together as a nation, as a family, as a community, whatever. If it is within myself, I know certain things are not right with me, then how do you expect your prayers to penetrate the heavens? To see change and transformation in Trinidad and Tobago? It's not going to happen. The change begins with us. The change begins with us. You start making change, then you're going to see dollars. Then you're going to see that outpouring, and you're going to see a great transformation. But as I said, look at how you pray, but even more so, look at yourself before you start praying.